What is up, YouTube? It has been a little more than 6 months, and I think it's time to show you what my toolbox looks like, because it's grown a little bit. Well, not the box, but everything in it. So hold tight, let's go through it. Also, if you haven't seen it, go watch the initial video of when I first got it, like 6 months ago. Let me know what you think. So first off, this is the Classic Series, model number KCP1423, color code WGP. It is royal blue with red anodized trim, and as soon as I saw this box, I fell in love with it. I'm still in love with it. You can see how gorgeous she still looks, despite minor scratches and a ding. Unfortunately, it happened. I'm still waiting on the top. It's supposed to have a bed-lined power top coming. And last I talked to Snap-on last week, it is now back ordered till August. So probably not going to see it until probably October by the time it gets up here to Alaska. And that's a shame because I've already been making payments on it for a year. So, top drawer, my socket drawer. We've got Tekton impacts here. 12 points. I did go with the 12 points for the impact. I know a lot of people don't like those. With my background being aviation, we get 12-point sockets and nuts all the time. And since I had 6-point chromes, there was no reason to get another set of 6 points for impacts. Those are both 3/8 drives, your standards and your metrics. And all in all, I don't remember, something like 70-something sockets. I have grown with, went digital with the Cobalt. I really don't like it, 36 tooth. And it doesn't show you what you actually torqued it to. When you get there, it just beeps. And then the display disappears as soon as you let up. So might have to invest in one that's a little bit bigger. Fuel filter sockets. I already had those at home. I just hadn't brought them in. And rethreader and installer kit for tire lugs, the studs, not the lugs, the studs. Recently, my most recent purchase is the 3/4 inch set from Tekton. I also got their 22-inch chrome ratchet. One did come with the kit, but I got this one separately because it had a higher tooth count and it was a little bit longer. And then we've got my 1/2 inch in metric. I don't have a 1/2 inch chrome set in standard. I do have an 1 1/16 socket over here. I haven't done that because between what I've got in my 3/8, both impact and chrome, and my 3/4, there's overlap. So don't really feel the need to get the standards in 1/2 inch drive yet. Because also keep in mind I've got a ton of tools at home. But as far as work goes, this set has done me pretty good. I haven't even used 1/2 inch hardly ever. And then standard 3/8 drive, 6-piece chrome, and 3/8 drive metrics. The electric ratchet, this is the brushless one. I do use that all the time, and that's actually on a magnetic base. If you've got the 14.4 tools and you haven't gotten the magnets yet, $20, I highly recommend it. Sticks to basically anything, holds the tools up. So definitely a win on those. And then what else is new? That's about it. The 3/8 extension set that I got with my Tekton set. What else came with it? That was in the beginning. I've got an unboxing video, I believe, of all that stuff. So as far as sockets go, that's the main upgrade. And then I did have a set, because I do have some 1/2 inch, I'll show you in the other drawer, that I had to move in order to make room for the 3/4. So there is more sockets. And then the wrench drawer, we've got 2 Tekton sets. We've got the standard 19-piece. We've got 1/4 inch to 1 1/4 inch. And then we've got the metric set, which is 6 millimeter And then that goes up to 24 millimeter. That is also their 19-piece set. It did come with the tray. I do prefer the trays like this one. They actually grip. These ones are just kind of set in there. I don't like them as much, but they don't have one that has the grips like this. In a 19, it's a 15, which is what this is. I got this from Snap-on as a storage kit, and this is my ratcheting box in. They're the cheap gear wrench and Craftsman's that I've had for a decade. I do have the 0 set offsets. Those came in handy during the cylinder change for a Cessna 172. And then I've got my stubbies, my metric, and my standard, vice versa. Those are the metrics, those are the standard. Open end, I can't talk. Open end ratcheting, I've had those ones for a while. Those are nice for hydraulic lines. A little bit of a learning curve because they're kind of funky if you're twisted just a little bit on them. They don't seem to work that well. But they do work well in tight areas with hydraulics, and then just a few metric ratcheting wrenches, and then the big ones. Inch and 5/16 up to 1.5 inches. I do want to expand that up to 2 inches as I need it, but as of right now I don't need it. We'll see what the mine holds, because I start out there next month. Not as a mechanic though, but we'll see where that goes. Since we talked last, I have gotten the 2 high speeds from Matco. This one's already been warrantied out once. It completely ate itself alive and came undone. The rest of this stuff is pretty standard. This might have been the drawer that I missed. My screwdrivers, bit sets, and then my locking extension set. And there's a plane taking off. Drawer number 3, it was that one, yep. And we got my junk drawer, other junk drawer, parts drawer, extractor bit set. I did get that from Snap-on. I've used it once because the Irwin one here, let me pause you for a second. The Irwin one, what I was doing with it was trying to remove some studs out of an exhaust manifold, and that one melted because the exhaust manifold was warm enough that literally melted, and then that one broke off. So yeah, that was a fun day. So I got the Snap-on one thinking that it might work a little bit better. This is just miscellaneous drawer, some old 1/4 inch impacts, 1/4 inch drive, just leftover foam stuff, leftover proto set. This drawer is my long screwdriver private bar drawer. Still lots of room to expand in there, but it is a narrow drawer. My data collection stuff, laptop, keyboard, pins, office drawer. My extra set, that's the one I was talking about earlier I had to move. This is primarily my electrical drawer with all of my connectors, my crimpers, and my heat shrink, my little tiny mini plier set, multimeter, stuff like that. Oh man, that's open. Let's fix that. There we go. Bottom drawer. This has been the most expansive. Torque wrench, split beam. I got that off of Marketplace for $125. I couldn't pass that up. It's a $400 torque wrench. Some of that stuff was there before. The hammers, the metric and fractional thread repair set, or rethreading set, instead of using tap and die. I love that thing. That way you don't eat the threads, you just clean them out. I went with Matco because they had one in stock. Snap-on guy was a little upset, but he didn't have one in stock, so don't be upset when you come here and you don't have tools I need. I can get them from where I need them. But he did cut me one hell of a deal on this beautiful set. 12-piece split ring with the pearl blue handles. They are rubber, and I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, but they're quick change. You just change the hole to the other, and instead of opening, they're closing, or vice versa. You're able to do that with all 12. So essentially that gives you 24 snap ring plier sets. And yeah, absolutely gorgeous set. I've used it once to pull open the snap ring on my ratchet so that I could grease it. Yeah. And if the video is wobbly and you made it this far, I do appreciate you making it this far. I left my gyro at home, the little stabilizer. So again, more pliers, dikes, 45 degrees, and then my Knipex. I've got 3 different sizes of these. These are really useful when you don't have high torque applications but you don't know which one to use. Basically channel locks, but they are square and aren't going to round off your hardware. This thing gets used on the regular as well. Again, Snap-on dealer gave me a really great deal on this, in my opinion. So I mostly use the stubby. This one, the end cap does come off so that you can hold bits in the end. I put a little bit of RTV on it so that it doesn't, because I'm not using it to store bits, because then I'm going to leave them in there or lose them. And since I take accountability of my tools on a regular, I want to know where they're at. So, but yes, that is a great set. All of those tips are interchangeable with each other, and then you've got all of the bits. Next drawer is my power drawer, where I've got my batteries, battery packs. They all plug in right here inside the drawer so they can charge overnight when I light them up or lock it up. And then the business end, all of the power tools go right there in the tray, and they fit quite nicely. I do need to adjust some because like my little tiny 12-volt DeWalt Joule doesn't need a big hole like that, plus it's way down there. So, and then over here, the last drawer is just kind of another hold everything drawer. I've got some trim panel kits. I've got my radiator suction refill kit there. And then here I've got a Tekton bit set. That's about all that fits in there. These are your Phillips, your straight, your Allen, Torx, security Torx are all in there. All 3/8 drive. So that is the 6-month tour, so to speak, of the box. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think if I need additional tools. I did get this from Costco, and that's kind of nice because you can wheel it around the shop, even though we do have the power from there. Since I don't have my power top, I'm able to plug stuff in like my phone or my Bose speaker right here on top until I get that. So that makes it kind of nice. And then obviously the top is a little messy. I need to clean it up. But let me know what you think in the comments below. What should I get next? Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I'm almost at 50. And when I hit 50, I can start going live. I've tried to a couple times, but that threshold has yet to be met. So until then, go follow me on TikTok. I've got 21,000 followers over there, and help convince some of them people to come over here to YouTube. So that's it. Snap-on Toolbox Tour, 6 months in. Talk to you later.